Hello and welcome back to part 2 of my Mag 2 configuration and how I use it the best for Ghost of Tabor. I basically had a part 1 to this, and it really wasn't the best explanation. I mean, it helped some guys, but I really wanted to show you guys again and kind of really just go over every little detail that I do. So I'm going to pick up some different guns. I'm going to show you how I adjust it because the calibration in game does work. It is very tedious and kind of annoying to use and not user friendly. So I manually calibrate my stock every single time per weapon before I go into raid. So with that being said, you can use it, the calibration in game, but I don't recommend it. It's just really not the best right now. And if you use multiple guns, it is very difficult for it to work for every single gun. So if you're only going to use one gun the whole entire wipe, then yeah, it will probably work out for you pretty good. But like I said, it's going to be very difficult if you use a lot of different guns for all the raids that you do. So let me show you. I'm going to show you a little bit how I do it and hopefully explain it as easy as I can. So, because it is very much a pain, all right, to say the least. But once you get it down, it's very easy and it's not as much time consuming as you think it's going to be. So, first off here, I do have a scar. Let me just go ahead and go in my armory here. I don't have streamer cam on because it should show you exactly what I'm looking at to make things easier for you guys. So, alright, so let me go and show you my stock first off. So stock currently, alright, we're in a straight line. So with the mag tube, alright, we have this one and this one straight across. There's no bend. That's usually how I like to start out before I start manually calibrating. Just start out in a straight line, alright? This back part, okay? Let me see if I can try to watch the camera at the same time here, so just bear with me. So, I don't know how many clicks up this is. I'd have to unscrew it. But, just kind of get the idea of this angle here, okay? It's up pretty big, pretty steep. Then this is flat, right? And then this is flat. It's not tilted down, it's not tilted back. Start with that configuration, alright? And again, this is going to vary. All right, I am on the Quest 3. Some people are on Index, Quest 2. It might vary, okay? This is just a good starting point for you guys. So, good starting point. Controllers, have them in a line, straight line, okay? And then what you're going to do, all right, I only use angled grips at this point in wipe. Sometimes, I'm sure you might use shift grips too, stuff like that, but I only use angled grips. So I'll probably kind of go over both. Right now, all right, we have the scar. And we have an angled grip on it. My configuration is already set up for this. Now, I want to show you a couple adjustments that I didn't have to make for this, okay? Because angle grips are really weird when it comes to using them with gun stocks. So, let me show you how I have my controllers lined up and the adjustments that I made. If you see straight down, right? If I put this in a straight line for you guys, this back controller, right, is tilted in. So it's tilted that way. Yeah, that way. So understand that for some grips, your controllers aren't going to be in a straight line. You will have to make those subtle adjustments to get the degree of angle that you're looking for. So you can line up with your optic. So, for instance, with the scar and angled grip, right? This configuration works for me. Okay? I can aim down and I can see my optic perfect. I feel comfortable. Awesome, right? But if you originally set it up, okay, so I'm going to unscrew this, all right? If I were to keep both controllers in line, so now they're pretty much directly behind each other, like the controllers. One's not turned more than the other. All right, so if I do that, look what I'm looking at now. I'm not in line, okay? So when you're not in line, you got to think about the adjustments that you can make and what those adjustments do, right? So if I was to, for instance, let's do this real quick. So I always have my mag tube just loose enough to where I can drop that front down if I ever have to, or bring it up. So let's just say, okay, now my scar is really screwed up, right? My eyesight is lower than my optic. All right, I'm tilted. The gun's tilted to the right. Right? There's a lot off. There's a lot going on. So I'm gonna think about what I can do to my mag tube to line this up. So usually I keep my cheek rest on my cheek. Some people prefer that. Some people just prefer to shoot like this. You know, it's however you want. I like the cheek rest. I like to use it. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my back controller and I try to line the gun up in a straight line. All right. Now I obviously can't see where my optic is because I can't. You know, I'm not eye level with it yet. So I usually try to like line the gun up first. Okay. And then after I line the gun up, I will tighten that back handle. That's done. So now we're going to tighten this other way. So now that that's tight, okay, pick our gun back up here. Now we're going to look back down again. Does that feel like I'm in a straight line with the gun with my left eye? Yeah, we're looking pretty good. So now, all right, other adjustments I could make to now change the eye level, you know, so vertically, all right? Big part of this configuration is this new buttstock that ProTube VR put out. All right, for the mag tube. This one can adjust up and down. So you got to think about now the adjustments that you can do vertically. I could change this up and down if I wanted to. I could change the front rod up and down if I wanted to line that up better, right? I usually like my best positions are usually the rod and down one click or, you know, in a straight line. So I usually like to try to make those adjustments first. It's totally up to you. It's not that big of a deal. So there's two adjustments that I could make here to make this gun work. So I already got this figured out. I just need to figure out how I got to, you know, see the actual optic. So again, two options here. We can unscrew this, right? I'm just going to show you two options. That way you understand how you can do it in multiple different ways. So I need to bring the buttstock up, all right? And that should bring my eye level a little higher. See? So now we're looking almost directly down. I can start to see, you know, the orange or red or whatever color that is of the optic. I'm not there yet though, so I'm going to unscrew and pull it up a little bit more. Okay, grab my gun again. Now I'm perfect. I'm ready to go. Yeah, it's coming up perfectly. Dead center, no issues. So making that adjustments back here allowed me to do that to get, you know, the perfect configuration for what gun and grip I'm using. So I personally, like I said, I like to keep that rod in a line. It's just, I don't know, just what I like, but this is just showing you multiple different ways. So if my rod wasn't, you know, if my buttstock was down here and I wanted to change something else to get that to line up, okay, so now my gun's in a straight line, you know, with my left eye, but I need to change, you know, vertically. So now I'm just going to kick this up one notch and now see where we're at. Now we're perfect. All right, because moving that rod moved the front gun up. So those are the adjustments you have to think of when you go to configure your mag tube per weapon. All right, so this is great. This is great for what I have. But now let's say I want to use a different gun. Okay, so let's just go over to our ARs here real quick. I'm only going to configure a couple of these because sometimes it can be annoying. Let's just grab the 5C, for instance. So 5C, all right. Now let's say I want to rock the angle grip on it as well. Okay, and let's just grab a different sight too, just so you can see that. Come on, man, speed up. We ain't got, okay, I don't know what's going on. Apparently we're just going to walk slow. So let's just grab this sight. Okay. Different from the Cobra. Alright, so I'm going to stick with my configuration that I had for this car. Alright, and I'm just going to put my controllers on and look down. This is not really a great, okay, a little bit of a great example. Alright, my optic is very high. It is not center. All right, it is, as you can hopefully be able to see that. It's a little on the top side. So, all right, but my gun's lined up. So where my hands are, my controllers are good. All right. It's just the optics a little high. So we're just gonna change the level of my buttstock. And where it's high, we should just have to drop it down. Drop it down a little bit, tighten it back up, and we'll see where we're at.
That is one big pile of shit.
So it did come down. It is more perfect centered, but it is off to the left a little bit. All right. It's not perfect centered, but it's off to the left. We got the height though fixed. So now we got to think of ways that we can change the gun left to right. All right. Usually I like to mess with the back handle. All right. So if I move this over a little bit, boom, we're good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unscrew the back. And then I just like to give it a little hand taps. So I'll get a little nudge, tighten it back up. Grab the gun. Check again. Boom, perfect. We're good to go. Dead center. Feels good. You're good to go. So, now, let's do one more gun with a different grip. So, let me go and throw this back on the wall. Grab my SCAR again. Grab that angled grip. I don't know why I'm walking slow now. Let me go to the marketing back for you guys. Should hopefully fix it. But yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it's not the best way to do things, but this is just the way I do it, and it works great for me. It's the way I've always done it. Just calibration just isn't the best right now. So let's grab a different grip. Just say we want to run the Cobra and the shift grip, right? Let's go grab a gun. Let's say we want to do it on the AS Val. Now, when you're switching grips take a little bit longer to manually calibrate because now you're vertically and horizontally messed up. So let's just grab this gun right here, the AS Val, my favorite gun. All right, let's just try to get this to work. Okay. Like I said, when you go, I only use angle grips, so it makes switching between guns, you know, less adjustments I have to make, very subtle ones. All right, but if you switch to like a shift grip, completely different. All right, look how messed up we are. We're in, so horizontally we're pushed inward. All right, and we're looking over the optics. So what I usually like to do first, again, is the back handle adjustments. So making sure I'm getting the gun lined up. So it looks like if we bring it in a little bit, we should have that straightened out. So I'm going to unscrew the back. All right. Then I'm going to look back down, and it's loose, so I can make my adjustments now. Okay. So now we're just going to line that up. Okay. That's looking pretty good right there. So now we'll put that back on the waist, tighten this back up. And again, I'm just going over every little detail I'm doing, that way you guys understand. So now we're in line, but now we're too high. We are looking over the optic. So let's get that on eye level. So I'm going to mess with the buttstock here, because I want to show you one thing with this. So, all right, I'm going to go down on the buttstock, but look how far I can only go down. Okay, I'll show you what happens. So I'm not going to be able to go down far enough to see that optic. Look, I can't go down any further, and I can barely see the bottom of the red circle. So like, oh crap, what do I do now? Well, think of other ways you can adjust that down. So I can now take our front rod and drop that down, which will bring the front barrel down. So I'm going to take that, drop that down one, grab the gun again, and see where we're at. Oh, so now we're too low. But now we can adjust the other way a lot more, because now look how much room we got. Boom, we got all this room for the buttstock to adjust. So we're going to go down a little bit, and we'll see where that puts us. That's pretty much perfect right there. It's kind of, well, a little low maybe. I don't know. Seems pretty centered to me. But yeah, so and that's how we made the adjustment from the angled grip to a completely different gun, even a different sight. And it works just fine. And we were able to use it really good. So yeah, that's how that's the adjustments I'm making per weapon, you know, when I'm swapping, because I use different weapons. I even go to submachine guns, and those are the adjustments you're looking to make to mainly calibrate the gun before you take it into raid. And of course, hopefully all this gets worked out when calibration's easier, more user-friendly, and, you know, eventually down the line we won't have to worry about doing this. But a lot of people have been getting the MagTube, and they've been asking me about it, and I've been showing them my previous part 1 video, and it just doesn't go into depth enough to make it easy. But hopefully that helps you guys out. Submachine guns are very similar. I mean, I can use the MP7 with my stock, I can use the Vector, I can use the P90. Some of the submachine guns I do have to take my rod even down one more notch in the front to bring the front of the gun down, because these guns are shorter. So they want to like go straight up. All right, so you know, just think about those adjustments, and that should hopefully make it a lot easier for you guys. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it. Hopefully this made it easier to manually calibrate your MagTube, you know, per weapon that you're trying to do it for before you go into raid. And yeah, thank you for watching. I am always over on Twitch, guys, so feel free to drop a follow over there for me. It is Scope OG. I like to answer questions regarding MagTube, you know, whether it's the game, again, the stock, whatever the case may be, accessories for my headset, whatever, you know, that I can help you guys out with. I'm always answering questions over there, so drop me a follow over there. We stream every night other than Monday and Thursday, starting at 8 Eastern Standard Time. So thank you. Appreciate all your support, guys. And one last announcement, okay? I will be hosting, all right, I'll be hosting the Community AMA for Ghost of Tabor on the 26th of this month, okay? So Community AMA, all right, Scott's going to be there. We'll be in a Discord call. I'll be streaming it, all right, and then we'll be picking questions from chat. I don't know how long this is going to be. I'm sure it won't be too long. Scott's a busy man. So probably looking at maybe 45 minutes to an hour. You know, maybe he'll go longer. I don't know. But that will be happening on the 26th over on my Twitch. Definitely go over and follow and look for the notification for that. But guys, like I said, thank you. Thank you all for the support. It's been awesome coming over from a PC content creator to a VR content creator, and pretty much doing this only. You know, it's incredible. You guys are amazing. So thank you. I appreciate it, guys. And until next time, catch you then. Peace.